experience is complicated. There are sad feelings, happy feelings, times of joy, times of sorrow, and all gamut of experiences between. Life on this earth, embodied in human form, is not simply to enjoy. The goal of all living beings is to seek happiness. Everyone wants happiness. From the smallest little creature to the elephant, to the dolphin, to the human being, all want happiness. But this life in earthly form does not always present with happiness. And the sources that we think will bring us happiness, oftentimes in the end, bring us sorrow. The ones we love, they bring us happiness. But should they fall ill and depart from this earth, it brings us sorrow. Everything in human life has two sides: happiness and pain and sorrow. So life is a combination of these experiences, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. It is a combination of these experiences. Sometimes the winds blow in your favor, sometimes they blow against you hard. This is the nature of human experience, because this human experience is so variable, so different, runs such a wide gamut between happiness and sorrow and pain. Physically, mentally, in both realms, there is both pleasure and pain in human experience. And I would be hard-pressed to find a man or a woman who has not had both of these experiences. Sometimes life seems to favor one side or the other. You go, whoa, my life is just so difficult. But then another time in life you may find my life seems so happy, things go my way. In the end, it is a combination. And in the end, it is difficult. Death is a difficult experience until it happens. Then it is a freeing experience for most. So the pain, the sorrow, and the happiness in this realm go together. Though you seek happiness, the pain is a part and parcel of your learning experience, of the teaching that you have come to this world to learn. For when you want to find your happiness in material objects, you find pain in the end. And when you seek to find your happiness in relationships, there is also pain with loss. And even in spiritual life, when you think that Param-Purusha will give you the happiness you want, you miss the mark and you become frustrated with sadhana. For in all of these experiences, there is fear of not acquiring that which will bring you happiness, of something happening which destroys your happiness. And on the other side, the grasping, the needing, the wanting of happiness, so that you are caught between these two experiences. And there seems no way out. Only if you can achieve that happiness, and you achieve it for a time, and then it goes away. What to do? Even you achieve divine bliss, samadhi, and then it goes away. What to do? Happiness real happiness, spiritual happiness, does not come from acquiring anything, even acquiring spiritual bliss, because the bliss fades away, doesn't sustain. The problem is the feeling of a small self, the feeling that there is a small person who has to run away from pain, physical pain, mental pain, and has to grab hold and find happiness in this or that. As long as there is this sense of separateness, a separate self, this is the condition you are in. But when that feeling of separate self is surrendered to the infinite, and you realize you are part of a vast network, an interwoven, interconnected web of life, and that you are not the doer of this life. You are not the creator of what is. When you surrender all of that ego and you see that which moves the web itself, that cosmic force, that infinite love, that deep peace, that presence divine, is the doer of all actions, the one who holds the entire cosmos and the web of life and moves it according to the laws of Prakriti. Then who are you? Are you someone important, special? Are you a nobody? One who is irrelevant? One who is unworthy? Whatever your sense of yourself, whether you feel you are a very important person or not so important of a person or not so worthy of a person, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Both those sentiments are based in the assumption that you are the doer of all deeds and you are the controller of your life and of all things. When you surrender that sense of individual ego and you realize Parama Purusha is the core of your being, is the progenitor, the mover of your life, the great dancer, dancing the dream of this creation. And that dream includes your sense of self, your I feeling, your personal existence. You realize your separate idea of self is not only the cause of your suffering, your grasping, your needing, your fearing and avoiding. It's based in this idea that you are a separate individual. And that is the Maya, the untruth. For beneath that separate individuality lies the true self that encompasses your individuality and encompasses all of creation. Paramapurusha is omnipresent. The Lady Prakriti is dancing the dance of creation, preservation, and destruction. That little you, that little person that you are, the me, that little person is experiencing this dance, but thinking they're the dancer rather than realizing they are being danced. That the Lady Prakriti is the true dancer. The mother, the goddess, is dancing the dance of creation. And the consciousness of Shiva, of Purusha, is permeating, bringing awareness in the body of infinite love and being. When you accept this truth and you surrender your personal sense of doership and control into this grace, what happens? You become free of the burden of having to produce what you want and avoid what you don't. You become free of the struggle and you rest in the arms of the infinite, knowing that both the highs and lows are part of the expression of the eternal one, where the deeper you surrender and allow, the less you fight, the more you let go. The deeper you sink in the ocean of eternity, in the calm quietude, and there lies true peace. And the choppy waters on the surface of existence begin to cease to bother you in the quietude, in the deep peace of infinite love, in the grace of true being, of Parama Purusha. So, the solution to your human condition does not mean to acquire, and acquire. You can acquire health and feel great, but eventually, one form or another, you will lose that health. You can acquire love and relationships and joy in your life, but sooner or later, it diminishes. So, pleasure and pain weave together in the story of human existence. Gain and loss weave together in the story of human existence. Bitter hurt and precious love flow together in the story of human existence. And while you are inhabiting a human body and a human mind, you dance in that dance of human existence. The same dance that the cat dances, the dog dances, the deer dances, the bear dances, even the tree dances. All dances in this dance of light and shadow, of night and day, of pain and happiness. But the true happiness lies not in those moments of happiness, but in the surrender, letting go, allowing the process of life. So today you enjoy love. Tomorrow there is a loss. And the next day there is love again. Today you are wealthy. Tomorrow you are bereft of all wealth and securities. And then again, sometime in this life or the next, again you have it. So goes the story in this realm. The true peace comes with surrender, with dropping out. You know the old saying, drop in and drop out, huh? You drop out of the rat race of running from pain and running to acquire. Drop out, drop in, into the grace of Parama Purusha, into the love that doesn't have a second. It isn't a love you acquire and then you lose. No, this love always is. All you need to do is let go into it. You may feel it, you may not feel it. Doesn't matter. It still is. And when you give over control, give the keys to the kingdom of your life to Parama Purusha. Realize that that one is the doer of all deeds, the receiver of all actions. Surrender in. You are but a grain of sand on a vast, vast beach. Each grain of sand made of the love of the infinite. That is your own nature. And when you drop into it, when you surrender yourself, when you let go, of your control, of your fear. And you see all of creation is being danced by the great dancer, exists in the mind of the infinite, and all is a part of the one. Both the pain and the happiness, even the grasping and the little selves, all about worrying each one how to make the world work for them. But, you know, the world works according to the laws of Prakriti and the grace of the infinite. It doesn't abide by your agenda because you are not the only living being. There are so many. And so birth, life, and death are all a part of the cycle. Pleasure and pain are all a part of the cycle of life. And when you step back, when you let go, and you surrender your sense of personal self, realizing there is, in truth, no separate self. Only Parama Purusha exists in all of creation. When you dissolve the separate self, when you let go, give it to Guru, then who is there where you have been but the Infinite One? The Infinite One has always been there. But now, instead of identifying with the fear and the grasping, your consciousness, your awareness, goes to the depths and lives in the eternal nature of being and leaves the highs and lows of life and all of the wins and the losses to Parama Purusha. Let that one dance the dance of eternal existence. Let that one dance the dance of creativity, which abides birth, preservation, and dissolution. When you live in the peace which comes in this surrender, all that keeps going on, but you live in a deeper realm, a love that does not come and go, a peace with what is. And you let the great dancer dance the dance, and you simply accept and watch with peace in your heart and love and deep compassion for all beings. This is the wisdom taught throughout the ages by all those who have understood the true nature of being. It's all right to love everyone, to love everything, even the naughty ones, even the pain. For pain and sorrow, loss and hurt are part of the ebb and flow of the ocean of creation. The rise and fall, the ebb and flow, is the nature of created existence. The deep waters lie beneath, and there that ebb and flow, that rise and fall of the surface, is a distant thing, known, but does not disturb your equanimity, your peace. That does not mean you are passive, but it means your heart is full and you are surrendered. Body, mind belongs to the One, and consciousness sits in the oneness. All right.